Hey everybody, it's Bryson with Buy with Pride DFW. So over the last month or so, guys, we are starting to see the real estate market shift a little bit. What do I mean by this? Well, the last couple of years, we've seen that it's been a heavy seller's market. Lately, we're starting to see that more listings are starting to hit the market. Therefore, it's going to start putting us back at an equilibrium where buyer demand and inventory start to balance out a little bit more, which is what's causing the shift. Over the next couple of years, we project that we are going to be out of the seller's market, out of the equilibrium, and actually leaning more towards a buyer's market. Today's video, I just want to talk about 5 benefits of the real estate market shifting. The first benefit that I want to talk about the shifting market is going to be decreased competition. Lately, over the last couple of months, we saw that interest rates started to rise a little bit. Therefore, that pulled back some of the buyer demand. We're now starting to see a little bit more inventory available, which is helping the buyer demand that is out there be able to find a home without everybody having to flood and make offers on the same property. This is really, really beneficial for buyers right now. You will be able to have maybe more homes to tour and maybe make an offer on, and with less competition, hopefully you don't have to compete as much to get into the home that you really want. So first benefit, huge, decreased competition. Second benefit of the shifting market is going to be negotiations are back open when a buyer and seller goes under contract. This is huge. For the last couple of years, sellers have had their way on the contracts. They have not been providing concessions. They've barely been wanting to do any repairs that were found on the inspection report. They weren't paying the title policy. They were not paying anything. They were having the buyer pay over the list price, waive the appraisal, and help out with all the concessions, making it really, really heavy on the closing costs for the buyer. But for the seller, it helped them net a lot more after they sold their home. Well, with the market shifting, we're starting to see that, as sellers and buyers start to go under contract, if an inspection report is done and there's some stuff that needs to be addressed, we're starting to see that we're able to go back to the seller, ask for X, Y, and Z to be complete, and sellers aren't batting an eye because they know if they don't maybe get some of these repairs fixed, the buyer could terminate the contract, go back on the market, and now other buyers are thinking, what's wrong with this house? Why is it back on the market? So negotiation is starting to open back up, which is great for buyers. It's okay for sellers. At the end of the day, it's got to be a win-win for both parties. So that's number 2 benefit right there. Number 3 benefit, again, more inventory. It's nice to know that, as I'm sending my clients properties on their home search now, instead of finding maybe 1 or 2 houses that meet their criteria, every now and then I'm starting to send them, 5 to 7 houses that meet their criteria. And the reason is more inventory. This is great for buyers, to be able to have your pick of the litter and not just be settling for a house because it's the only one on the market and your lease is about to be up, so you're forced to move. So more inventory, another huge benefit. All right, number 4, let's talk about seller concessions. This kind of talks a little bit about what I was talking about earlier when I was talking about negotiations, but by seller concessions, I mean on the contract, there are so many different terms that are negotiated between buyer and seller, and a lot of the seller concessions that we used to see back when we were in a heavy buyer's market are slowly starting to come back around. And another really good example of this is a home warranty. This is a big deal. If you buy the house and something goes wrong, AC, water heater, something like that, it could cost you thousands of dollars and you just moved into the new home. Well, right now you could maybe say, hey, Mr. Seller, I'm happy to buy your house, but for the first year, we would like for you to provide us a 1-year home warranty. Anything goes wrong, we call the home warranty company. It should save us a lot of money, and it expedites the process to be able to get anything fixed that may go wrong. So seller concessions coming back into play, another huge deal. All right, the 5th and final thing that I want to talk about is going to be price adjustments. Let's not get it confused. Price drops. That's a real scary term. Price adjustments. The reason we are starting to see prices adjusted is because as sellers started to list their home more recently, they thought that they were still in the heavy seller demand where, hey, this house sold up the street for 50,000 over the list price. Let's start our price there and just keep driving the price up. Well, 7 days later, we're seeing that no offers were made on the house. So therefore, seller has to start to think, why is my house not gone under contract in 7 days? Maybe I need to adjust my price. I might have missed the curve for this neighborhood. Maybe I can't get 50,000 more than the house up the street. Let's adjust the price accordingly, because at the end of the day, it's got to be a win-win for buyers and sellers. In this market that we're headed to, if you're going to overlist your price, it's going to sit on the market. You're going to continue to pay the mortgage, and a buyer's not going to make an offer. You don't want to see a lowball offer, so I think the best thing to do is that sellers are going to start to adjust their prices more accordingly to match the new market. So that's going to be 5 big benefits of what we're starting to see with the market shifting. This is super beneficial for buyers. This is still great for sellers too. Sellers, the market is not dead. It is a great time to sell the home. You just may not get 100,000 over asking price like you might have got in 2020 or 2021. So I hope this video provided good insight to you guys. Working on more videos. It's been kind of tough, but I'm at it. I promise I'm going to release some more. So this is the video today, 5 benefits of a shifting market. I hope you guys enjoyed, and take care. I'll see you soon.